Hey everyone, this is Dan, the Future Holds Crypto. So you might have noticed for that I haven't posted any videos for a while. That's because I didn't have a lot to say compared to my previous videos. My conviction hasn't changed since then. Of course, the market hasn't stayed still, and a lot of news have been happening across the world. But those were very nicely covered by people that are much better at this than myself. And if we do a small recap to what I said previously, is that I don't think that we were in a bear market or a bear market has started. Yeah, I know there are a lot of people that mentioned that the top was 64k. That was the bull market. And everything is over. We're going into a multi-year bear market. I did not agree, and we talked about this in this channel a couple of times. I said that for me it looks like more like the 2013 bull run and not the 2017 bull run. And yeah, of course, we were looking at the Newport indicator on Glassnode, one of the indicators, and we were hunting for this grid blue zone here, and of course it did not happen, but if you look closely, it's actually very close. It's the blue starts from 0.75. This is 0.7449 something. So, and if you look, maybe we didn't hunt, we didn't get the first top correctly. But looking in the retrospective, I think that the peaks are a little bit lower every time. Also, the week of pattern here that suggests some market manipulation might have stopped this indicator to flash blue, however, even the other indicators that didn't show this potential top like it did for the 2013 one. However, it still looks like that. Looks like 2017 is 2013, not 17 bull run. And besides that, the arguments behind the starting of the bear market were mostly related to crossing the some moving averages, 200-day moving average. And I mean, one of the arguments was 50 that it had a 50% drop, and it didn't do this in the previous bull run. Well, okay, it didn't do a 50% drop in the previous one, but you're going to base your theory only on one point in time, only on one bull run, because in 2013 it did more than a 50% drop. It actually did more like a 80% drop. And then after a couple of months, we had another wave up, right? That's one. And the other one was related to moving averages. From my perspective, it's another lagging indicator. And if you say something like it didn't do something in the past, well, nothing will basically repeat 100% the same, right? So I still believe we are in a bull market. I never changed my opinion. Actually, during this time when the market was low, I had a lot of time to do other stuff. Go back to my audio passion more. I had more time for my audio passion. Also, doing some VR. I got into VR, and as you can see, I bought an Oculus Quest. It is awesome. It's actually much better than I expected, and I also had more time for reading because I stopped looking at the market day by day, right? And I read the Ready Player One. I love the book, so I said let's give VR a try, and I got Quest and I loved it. I mean, it's really immersive. I didn't have very good expectations, and I was actually really impressed by it. And even the motion capturing of the motion, it's no lag. I mean, you actually feel there. It's amazing. So I had a lot of time for other hobbies, right? So but in the meanwhile, my conviction hasn't changed. We held the support, the support for this support right here. You can see here that this support was not broken, and even if we did, probably I would have been concerned, but we didn't. there you should watch BC Backer's videos. He has a very good explanations on this double tap and how it occurs in this market or other markets. Yeah, I still think it's a bull market, and I'll give you a couple of the indicators that I've been watching during this period. Actually, the first one will be the hash ribbons, right? The hash ribbons. It's first of all, we received a buy signal on the hash ribbons indicator on Bitcoin, and if you can see in the past, let me zoom out a bit. This indicator has it's not a perfect record, right? It's an indicator, but it is a good indicator. It has a decent success rate, especially the buy indicator, right? So you can see here that you had one here, it moved up. We had one here, well, it moved up a little. Then we had this could not be. This was the Black Swan event from March with the COVID. So. And then it recovered and tried again, right? This Black Swan event completely derailed the indicators. But if you watch here, it started again. We had another strong one and completely took off. And we do have another one right here. What I'm saying is that, okay, if of course it's still not 100%, but this hasn't happened at the beginning of any previous bull markets until now. We didn't have any buy indicators right after the bull market ended, right? It was 1 year later after it capitulated with a very low, it's from 20 to 3K, right? So not even in 2013, no. I mean, yeah, it did have one here, but it's 1 year later again, right? So this is too soon to have one right here. So, well, of course, it's not 100%, but it is helpful to see something like this. I mean, one thing that you have to understand, of course, there is the risk of this starting a bear market, right? And I'm looking at other indicators to see how things are combining together, and so far it looks good. I mean, one thing, as BC Backer says and other people are saying regarding the retracements, we are still not out of the water, right? I mean, the best confirmation you have is to go past the previous all-time high, but that's probably too late, right? If you want to get in or stuff like that. So besides that, there are very few retracement points here that we need to watch closely. And actually, this is the closer it gets to this, it is stressful because in the previous bull market it retraced until 702 and then completely went into the bear market, right? So we're not out of the woods yet. However, there are some indicators that are pretty nice, and I told you I still believe this is a bull market. The hash ribbon is one of them. We didn't have this in a previous start of the bear market. One thing that I wanted to show you here is like I've seen some people already mentioning that this is a rising wedge here, and we already started to have a bearish divergence between the RSI and the price. I mean the candles, and yeah, but it can happen, of course. But remember, if the trend is bullish, this rising wedge can continue or break even more upwards. And I'll give you a few examples. If you look at this one, for example, here, you still had the rising wedge here, right? And then a divergence, and then it broke upwards a lot, right? So if the trend is bullish, even this will probably go up. So I'm not. I don't think this will be a problem yet. What else I wanted to show you? Okay, let's look at DXY. I remember that we were talking about DXY. This is a dollar index that shows some part of the inflation. In the previous bull markets, the dollar was going down. in the in 2000. You have this in 2017. We had the bull market then. We have this in 2020, and you know what happened with the crypto. It grew a lot since then. And in the previous couple of weeks, days, it recovered because we were here until May, and then when crypto crashed, of course, the dollar index went up again, and we got a rejection right here. We got a rejection right here, and you can see that we are forming like a double top here, and we already broke down. I mean, if we go below this one, is probably a indicator that it is breaking down. We still have a little bit more to go down to be on the confirmation, but if it does, this is kind of the price that we are probably going to go to, and it makes sense because this is actually a line that you can draw based on the previous trend. So this is a double top, and the bearish divergence here with on RSI. So it doesn't look good for the DXY. You know that we have a lot of inflation news in the meanwhile. So probably this will go down, and this is good for crypto. As I said, I still believe we're in a bull market. Oh, as we were speaking, it went to 46.7. That's nice. I still believe we have at least one wave up. I mean, there are a lot of theories here. Some are saying that it will be even 2022 or stuff like that, but I believe that we still have at least one wave up where we will surpass the previous all-time highs. And if, for example, if we break this and go down, this will be probably a good thing for the next wave up. Besides that, we also have a lot of other news in the making. So you know that we have Cardano, where a lot of people are complaining that it's a ghost chain that doesn't do anything, that it postpones mass market contracts. Those are just people that have not watched these projects closely. I mean, I've been watching the roadmap and what they delivered in the last 1.5 years, and they actually delivered what they said, and on time. And I don't consider 1 or 2 weeks delay, because I work in software. I know how that is. So they delivered in time, and they just announced that they will have smart contracts on the 12th of September. That's incredible good news, and I think that the price of Cardano has a lot of upwards potential because of this alone. And it actually has been a leading indicator, because if we look here on Cardano, it's actually a leader. And I love this because if you look at the retracement, I mean, okay, Bitcoin hasn't reached those levels in the retracement, but Cardano actually broke. It even broke 786. That's a very good indicator, because I still believe that the market is moving together, and this is the biggest. This is the big cap that first did this. It broke the 786, and this is a very good indicator for the entire market. So I still believe that Cardano will probably reach more than 5 to 7 this bull run, and this is a great start here. Let's see how that goes, but this is a very good news for the entire market, if you ask me, because it's an indicator for it. I mean, it's the first large cap that's broke this retracement. And besides that, what we have, you know, that we had the crypto bill inserted into the big one, that happened a few weeks ago. I mean, last week or 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. The infrastructure bill, and they squeezed the crypto in there, and of course they didn't do it right, because they extended the broker, the definition of broker, so everybody could be a broker, even if the developer could have been a broker or miner or nodes, validation nodes, and stuff like that. And it was a great panic around that. But one thing that even if the amendment, the good amendments didn't pass, I think that overall it was good, because we've seen a lot of senators that already took side of crypto, and a lot of the crypto community called their senator in US, and it started a very good dialogue, and they showed that this is a maturing industry with people that want to explain, that are know how to talk, they're polite, they want to improve things. It's not only scammers, crypties, and kids playing around on the internet trying to steal money from serious people, right? So even from this perspective, we've gained a lot of visibility through this. And the good amendments did not pass through, but there was an announcement from IRS saying that they will resolve the broker definition on their own, and they're not going to go after miners or other people that are not actually supposed to give the information to the government. So that's a good thing. Again, that's probably a news that started bearish but kind of transformed into bullish. So I think in September we'll see even more of that from this perspective. And we also have the Ripple lawsuit that seems to be going quite well. We had the Hinman deposition, which was accepted, and I think it already happened. And an interesting letter here saying that Ripple basically is filing a motion to seal, and the defenders asked to seal it for SEC, right? So that's why are they exhibiting a motion to seal, or submitting a motion to seal, especially in the context of the deposition, if they didn't get anything from SEC. So what did they get? Are we close to a settlement? Maybe. I believe that September will be an interesting month, and you will see that the XRP already started to move upwards. I believe in this project. I think that XRP has still a long way to go, and it's one of the big caps that is really, really suppressed compared to the others. If it wasn't for the lawsuit and the listings, I think that XRP would have traded around $5 or now. So do your own calculations. Of course, this is not financial advice, but I think that we have a couple of things going on here from a news perspective, and usually you can see them on the charts first, and then you'll see them in real news. But we have this evolving with the Ripple lawsuit, and I think if this is settled, it will be good for XRP, and probably even not only XRP but crypto in general. But I'm saying crypto in general because if a big player moves, others will follow, right? Because the price is kind of interdependent right now. In the speculation, there are a lot of rotations of capital from one to another. So I feel that this will be helpful for increasing prices for the others as well. We have Cardano. We have big news, and until 12th of September, we'll see a lot of things going on. I'm not sure I've seen in the past that basically I believe that the price movements probably will happen before 12th of September for Cardano at least. And then after 12 we'll see a little bit of a correction, not a big one, but a correction, because Biden rumors are the news. So we'll see how that goes, but I think that Charles has a lot of other birdies or other stuff that he wants to reveal, because I believe that after the smart contracts there will be a lot of things going on there, and an explosion of the ecosystem, and it is possible we will have a lot of surprises with Cardano in the next period. So yeah, that's good. We also have this crypto regulation stuff that already started to look better because of the what IRS said, and it's crypto started to be even more legitimate because you know that Brian Brooks from OCC last year gave permission for banks to hold crypto, and we actually have the first crypto banks in the world, at least in US. So we have a lot of things going on now that can support this continuation of the bull run. So, and as I told you, Cardano is kind of the leading indicator. One thing that I also noticed here, I know the Xinfin network or XDC is not a big cap, right? But something interesting is that this guy, and if I remember correctly, even in May, this guy was one of the first to pump. So let's take a look here, even for Bitcoin. Well, yeah, it was one of the first to pump, especially compared to ADA. Let me check if this is correct. Maybe. (18th of May). So the last peak for XDC was 6th of May, right? So it was kind of 10 days before ADA. Well, yeah, it was kind of a little bit faster, right? So we see now that one thing is that is very interesting to see is that Xinfin actually not only that it retraced, but it it printed a new all-time high. So that's also a very good indicator. I mean, it might be a leading indicator even more so than Cardano. So I'm gonna look on this one as well. I don't see any bearish divergence on anything. It still looks good. If this is correct, probably this will be the first guy who will print a new all-time high, and then even more so than this, because I don't believe it will stop here. At least will go to at least this one. But I believe this is in play. We'll see about that. But right after, in a couple of days, probably Cardano will be next, if it keeps the same as the last time, the same the price, not time difference. In any case, this is just a fun observation because I called them both, and I was looking and I observed this, but maybe we shouldn't look too much at this. In any case, this is basically what I wanted to show you guys, as I told you, I still believe we have a wave up. As for timing, I don't know exactly, but oh, by the way, I wanted to show you something else. As you can see here, another indicator that I don't believe this is a bear market. When it reached the previous when the bear market started, and it went down into the in this zone here, in the brown zone, it never went back to green, right? And it went back to brown, down, and then it started to go back into green zone. So it's still a good indicator that I don't believe the brown is the optimism, right, or anxiety in our case, because it's in a downtrend. So we went back to the anxiety and we went back to belief, right? And this hasn't happened in a previous start of bear market, right? So yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you have been strong during this let's say not very fun summer from a crypto perspective. Hopefully you did have a fun summer, but and not because of crypto, of course, but you managed to have your fun summer, especially with some limiting some removal of the restrictions. Hopefully you had a good holiday. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you in the next one.